Hi. Today we will see the latest summit that happened in Cambodia, that is called ASEAN Summit. Uh, but I would like to take your suggestions also regarding these current affairs and international relations videos. So whenever I complete the topic, if anything you feel that I left, kindly write in the comment section so that will be beneficial to other students or other viewers. Okay, so today we'll see these latest ASEAN summits which were held in Cambodia's capital Phnom Penh from November 10th to 13th. I will tell you what happened in this summit, but first you should know what is this ASEAN grouping. ASEAN stands for Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Association of Southeast Asian Nations. It's a political and economic union of 10 states or 10 countries in Southeast Asia. So it's a regional blocking that is a very crucial regional block that belongs to Southeast Asia. And this ASEAN was started in 1967. That means 52 years back, and it is headquartered in Jakarta. Jakarta is the capital of Indonesia. So what are these 10 ASEAN members? Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Laos, Vietnam, Myanmar, Thailand, and Philippines. So these are the 10 ASEAN member states which are located in the Southeast Asian region of the world. And I will tell you some very interesting fact. Among these 10, which is the only landlocked country? Can you guess? The only landlocked country among these 10 Southeast Asian countries which are members of ASEAN is Laos. Okay, let's get back. And these ASEAN summits are held twice in a year. I am telling the normally these ASEAN summits are held twice in the same city. First in the first half of the year, and the second summit will be in the next half or the second half of the summit, but they will be hosted by the same country. But this year what happened is both the summits were held in November, and last year also it happened like that only. That means maybe the reason is coronavirus pandemic. Because of this corona pandemic, both the summits were held simultaneously. So that's why the 40th and 41st ASEAN summits were held from November 10th to 13th, 2022. That is this year in Cambodia's capital Phnom Penh. And these two 40th and 41st ASEAN summits were chaired by Cambodia's Prime Minister Hun Sen. Hun Sen is Cambodia's Prime Minister. When we come across this word Cambodia, more often than not, we will immediately recollect a temple in Cambodia. What is the reason? The reason is Angkor Wat Temple, the world's largest Hindu temple or the world's largest religious structure, is located in Cambodia. This Angkor Wat Temple is spread over more than 400 acres, and Lord Vishnu is the principal deity or the main god of this huge temple spread over more than 400 acres in Cambodia, and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was built by Suryavarman II in the 12th century AD. That means Angkor Wat Temple was built more than 800 years back. And I will tell you another very interesting fact. This Angkor Wat Temple, the world's largest religious structure, is depicted on the national flag of Cambodia. The way we Indians, the way our country our country's flag has Ashok Chakra on it. This Angkor Wat temple is there on the flag of Cambodia. Okay, what happened in these latest ASEAN summit or summits? Out of these 10 countries, only 9 countries leaders attended, and Hun Sen is the chairman, as I already told. Myanmar's military leader is barred or is blocked or is not permitted to attend this ASEAN summit. Why? What is the reason? The reason is Myanmar's democratically elected leader, a woman called Aung San Suu Kyi, was dethroned in a coup last year, and that coup was led by military rulers. So that democratically elected woman leader Aung San Suu Kyi was toppled in a coup, was dethroned in a coup, and she is jailed. That means Aung San Suu Kyi is now in jail, or she is imprisoned since last year, and Myanmar is now ruled by the cruel dictators called military leaders, or we can call Myanmar is ruled by military junta. Junta in English means a group of leaders. So that junta's leader is Min Aung Hlaing. He was not allowed to attend this ASEAN summit. And in fact, the ASEAN grouping has warned Myanmar's military junta government that it should mend its ways, that peace plan should be implemented immediately, and it should stop violent activities on democracy activists. In fact, thousands and thousands of democracy activists who are campaigning for the release of Aung San Suu Kyi and who want the restoration of democracy in that country called Myanmar or Burma are killed by these military junta or military leaders ruthlessly for the last 1.5 or 2 years. That's why these ASEAN leaders have issued a stern warning to this military junta, saying that you should immediately stop violent activities on the democracy activists, and peace plan should be immediately implemented. And another important thing that happened in this ASEAN summit or summits is after many years, a new member is going to join ASEAN, and that country is East Timor, which is also called Timor-Leste. So East Timor or Timor-Leste will be the 11th member of ASEAN. So these ASEAN leaders have agreed in principle to admit East Timor as the 11th member of this Association of Southeast Asian Nations regional grouping. East Timor is the youngest democracy in Asian continent. It might take a few years to complete that process, and after that process is over, then only East Timor will join as the 11th member. But I feel it's a very definite question, which country will join as the 11th member of ASEAN. The answer should be Timor-Leste, or it is also called as East Timor. And the next ASEAN summits, that is in 2023, the host will be Indonesia. That is, Indonesia's President Joko Widodo will be the host of the 2023 ASEAN summits. And for this ASEAN summits, which happened in Cambodia recently, our Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar also went to Cambodia, not to attend these ASEAN summits, but to attend ASEAN related summits. Our Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar, along with our External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, went to Phnom Penh and attended those related summits. What are these related summits? I will tell you in the next video. Bye-bye.